Konnichiwa, o genki desu ka? Well, you might think that I'm now on a Japanese show, but don't trust me. I'm now on IELTS Face Off, a TV show about English and about learning English. Well, my name is Tang and I come from Harbin, and this is my journey from a mountainous girl to someone who can speak two languages, English and Japanese as well. I'm very happy to be on IELTS Face Off today, in which I share about my journey of learning foreign languages. And you might know me through the competition of My Future New Zealand, in which I shared about my dreams and also my learning experience as well.
That girl's got skills, and I want to figure out how she conquered this tournament, as well as what was her inspiration to be so good at English. So let's give a round of applause and give it up for Do Feng Tang! Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Take the seat. You are the star of the show, so you deserve 5-star hospitality.
Thank you
right
for
here.
saying that.
You have amazing pronunciation.
Oh, thank you.
And were you a born speaker? Were you born with this sort of accent? Or how did you manage to get this pronunciation skills going?
A lot of people have asked me about the way that I studied English. And some even say that I had the very natural talent, to speak English. But I have to say that nothing was born naturally. I remember a quote from Margaret Thatcher that I was not lucky, I deserve it. So with this quote, I think it is similar to my case. For my speaking ability, I had to practice a lot. I had to train myself a lot, and most of them are through YouTube videos and self-practice at home. And from that, I can improve myself more and more.
So you mentioned Margaret Thatcher here.
Yes.
Now, this is something we are in the same boat on. I'm a big fanboy of Margaret Thatcher too, because she's English. She was the first ever female Prime Minister of the UK. Found out that she was not actually born with her public speaking ability. In fact, she was rather nervous in public and she didn't have a great voice, so she had to train to do that. So do you guys share this in common? How did you manage to overcome your difficulties at first?
I don't find myself can be compared to Margaret Thatcher. It's maybe something that we share the same. Is that we do not have, the natural talents to do something. We're not born with that. But we have to practice and we have to train ourselves. Yes. And during my process of learning, there were a lot of difficulties. I come from Harbin, and it is a mountainous area. So I do not have, the very easy access to foreigners or to English center. So the only way that I had to practice English was through YouTube and through the internet. And I listened to a lot of different shows. At first, I didn't understand anything and found myself very, very difficult. But then my parents encouraged me a lot. Yes, and then I gradually find that English is another way for me to express myself. So why not?
Do you have any person that you would recommend to people who want to improve their English? Who's your inspiration?
My inspiration, of course, Margaret Thatcher. And I was, very attracted and impressed with her public speakings. And also, I recommend Oprah Winfrey Show and The Ellen Show. Right. They are, very great show, very attractive, and even Oprah Winfrey is, among the most admired women in the U.S. and also in the world. So therefore, these are the show and people that I think we should follow in order to improve our English speaking skill.
I did the same thing you did too, watching a lot of people. But for me, I think it was the male presenters like Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, all those guys.
I love Jimmy Kimmel too.
Yeah. So those guys are really my heroes as well, you could say. I started off as a very nervous boy. I had a bit of a mental block, worrying about people judging my English, my ability to speak in public. Did you have this at first, and how did you overcome this?
The first time that I made a public English speech, it was, the competition to choose people to participate in the One Country, One Book program by the US Embassy. It was the first time that I made an English speech in front of 1,000 students in my school. It was very difficult for me. So, you know, the thing that I did at the time was just to focus on my speech. I didn't, you know, spend time to think about other people's judgment. I didn't think about other people, what they are going to think about me. But the thing that I focused on was the content, the way that I look, how I'm going to deliver that to the audience.
I'm right, yeah.
Yes.
The biggest lesson I've learned over the period of developing myself as a presenter is that I should not think about the judgment, think about what others think about me when I'm doing the job at all. The only thing I should focus on is the message itself.
Yes.
As long as I can convey the message and what I want to say clearly, that's all that matters when I'm doing it. I can worry about the rest later. Yes. So I completely agree with you. That's a really brilliant
yes.
advice that you've given us.